Everybody needs a S.A.N.T.A account. The problem with people is that they spend their money right down to the last, and then it's always like an unforeseen thing that comes out of the woodwork, the cost that sends them over the edge. So you need to get a S.A.N.T.A account. I know I have one of these, and I'll tell you how I use mine, right? But S.A.N.T.A stands for Save and Never Touch Again. You need to get a bank account and you put some money in, save and never touch again. Let me tell you what I do now versus what I used to do. I would go broke every single time I bought a new property, right? So I could buy a house for 100 grand and it was worth 150, and I had like 101 grand there. I would just spend all the money because in my head it was justification that I was making more money. But you can't keep doing that, because eventually something will go wrong. Something will happen in the family, something happen in the car, something will happen where you need to access fast money, right? It's not fair on the family when you're constantly leaving yourself broke because you want to build your property portfolio or whatever your business is, right? What I now do is I have the Save and Never Touch Again account, right? Because I've so much investment and stuff going on, chance for something going wrong on me is bigger than the average guy that doesn't do any of this sort of work, right? So I need to have a big cushion there. So I'm working on my S.A.N.T.A account, getting a certain amount of money in there, and it stays there and I never ever touch it again. But what happens is I go to sleep at night knowing that no matter what financial disaster happens, chances are I'll be able to cover it from my Save and Never Touch Again account. Now I don't intend to do it, but at least I know it's there, so you're not worrying, what if this happens, what if that happens? And when you get to a point where you feel more confident in your ability to deal with any issues as and when they pop up, that then frees up your headspace so that you can go off and concentrate on more important things like taking over the world and making 100 million instead of being worried about if the gas boiler breaks in or something like that, you know? Every adult needs a S.A.N.T.A account.